Hi, my name is Austin Zoot, and welcome to the Zoot Perspective Web Congregation. As you can see, the scenery is a little different than it has been for the past several months. I am at Hebrew Union College's downtown Jerusalem campus in one of our beautiful courtyards where I will be studying for the next year. So we're changing up the scenery a little bit, but we're not changing the excellent content. So here goes. This week's Torah portion is Pinchas. Now, there's a lot of content here, and there's a lot we could talk about, but I want to talk about the daughters of Zelophehad. Moses has just divided up the people and divided up the land so that when we enter the promised land, everyone gets their inheritance, everyone gets their section of land. Now, Zelophehad passes away, leaving only 5 daughters. There are no sons to take the land. And the daughters of Zelophehad don't think it's right that the land should be taken away from their family and should be given away. So the daughters come to Moses and say, Moses, our father didn't leave any sons. Why don't we take over his inheritance? Why don't we take over his land so that his name can live on through us? And Moses doesn't respond at all. Moses just goes straight to God with the situation. Moses goes straight to God and asks God, what should we do in this situation? What should we do here? And God's response immediately was, the daughters of Zelophehad are just. Their argument is exactly right on. We should absolutely be giving them their father's land. We should let them enjoy the inheritance of this beautiful land that, as you can see, I'm now experiencing. And we should allow women to be able to take over their father's land when no son is left for them. Now, this is an incredibly progressive idea. It's the birth of Reform Judaism. It is looking at the laws and saying, how does this apply to our current situation? How does this apply to how we want our lives to be in the current world? While I arrived in Israel, the religious authority in Israel, the minister of religious existence or identity in Jerusalem made some comments about how Reform Jews shouldn't be really Jews and aren't really Jews and are a bad name for the Jewish people. And we don't take very kindly to that, and I don't think that that is appropriate or acceptable. And I'm going to point to this week's Torah portion as the reason why. This minister, who is speaking for the Israeli government, although Benjamin Netanyahu has told him to keep his opinions to himself, but this individual is not embodying exactly what the Torah portion is talking about this week. This week we learn that progressive Judaism, that looking at the world and deciding what is right and deciding what is just is exactly what we need to be doing, and that Judaism is a moving and living existence. The Torah is a living document and changes as new situations come about, and just as we see the daughters of Zelophehad make a change in the world, they changed the way the world runs because they had the courage to ask for the world to change. Each of us have a lot to learn about asking the world to change and allowing the world to change when we're asked to do so. We see this all over the world right now. We're in constant need to be progressive, to move forward, to change and to grow. And the daughters of Zelophehad give us a lot to learn in terms of saying yes when there are things to learn and saying yes when progress knocks on the door. That's what I got out of this week's Torah portion. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Make sure you leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, please feel free to donate to my GoFundMe page as I continue to work to make my dreams come true. Thank you so much, and Shabbat Shalom.